Hey guys, what's up? It's Karate9 here with another discussion video because you guys have actually liked these and no one has complained about them, which is insane for my video content. Because I tend to have a lot of negative feedback because I don't do things like I used to do. So it's nice to get positive feedback and seeing that you guys actually like my videos now, hopefully. So again, let's go ahead and start the video off. As the title suggests, what I think MapleStory 1 did right and where MapleStory 2 can adapt from it. And the first thing I want to talk about straight off the bat is the classes in the game. There is so much variety that is present in MapleStory 1 that I have never seen in any other MMO ever, right? Even if you go back to like 2005 MapleStory where all we had was the 5 classes of Mage, Thief, Bowmaster, Warrior, and, you know, beginner class. Back then, you know, each class had their own subsections. Like Warrior had Fighter, Page, Spearman, and Thieves had Bandit and Assassin, and Mages had Cleric, Fire Mage, Ice Mage, and, you know, Archers had Bowmaster and Crossbowmaster. That's a lot of classes, and if you include the beginner class as well, well, add that in. But that's a lot of variety for a 2005 game. Back then, you usually only had 4 options, which was a sword user, a bow user, some kind of thief, and a mage, you know, right? Like one mage to encompass it all. And there are things like World of Warcraft and Diablo and all those types of games that did have a lot more variety, but again, keep in mind those were paid games, not free games. And a lot of free games had classes that felt too similar to each other. And that's something that, again, MapleStory did right, especially when Third Job came out, which was insane, because, like, I remember when Third Job was coming out, everyone met at, what was it, Snowy Peaks, I think? It's the map where the Yeti with Junior Pepe's encompassed the entire map. I forgot what it was called, I really should check again. And everyone who was level 70 or higher at the time would just play for fun there, right? Like, we all knew it was coming out in the morning, let's go and have fun times. And that was a really, really fun experience back then. And nowadays we don't really have that. It's like, here's a new class, alright, everyone grind to 250. So again, that's where I think MapleStory 1, at least back then, got it right. And even going into today where we have all this variation, you know, a lot of games right now focus on like these edgy, you know, like, I'm using 5 swords, 1 in my mouth, 2 in my hands, and like 2 on my ears over here or something. Like, you know, a lot of edgelord classes. And MapleStory 1, at least a couple of years ago, they had Angelic Buster, which kind of broke the meta of edgelord classes, and now it's like, hey, we have a pretty girl doing pretty things, a lot of pink. Let's break the stereotype. Cool, no edgelord. We had pink and frilly and something different, which was nice. It was a nice change of pace from, I'm Shadow the Hedgehog. And, yeah. Good on you, MapleStory 1. MapleStory 2, please adapt. I saw that they had, what was it, the Soul Reaper, whatever it was called. The something with the 2 swords, Soul Reaper, whatever it's called. And that's nice. I just hope the future classes are more diverse, and it's not just all like, I'm using a scythe, and I'm using 5 swords, and I'm gonna hold 5 guns in my hand. Even though that would be cool, to be honest. The next thing will be the music. I, to this day, still listen to the MapleStory 1 soundtrack. I adore it. Go back, listen to Fantasia, the Ludovian Party Quest song. It is beautiful. It is memory syncing. It is nostalgic if you played back then. Like, I remember, like, I get flashbacks of, like, I remember being a little kid in my old house, and I would just be, like, party questing with the, you know, when my backyard opens so the fresh air comes in. It's like, it gives me that nostalgic feel, you know, so good, just keep it up. I really hope, you know, music like that carries over in one way or another. I have been listening to the MapleStory 2 soundtrack. Not the best so far, because they give it more of a cartoony vibe, so I'm not sold on it yet. And that's why I hope MapleStory 2 takes more audio cues from MapleStory 1, because my god, Elenia, you know, Liturgian Party Quest, Elnaf, Orbs in general, like all these beautiful songs. Temple of Time, my god. So that's 2 of the things. Number 3, and this is something that I will say that MapleStory 1 has done right, that MapleStory 2 is doing right as well is the weapons. It's nice to have variations in weapons. You know, like I'm thinking back in 2005 days where, you know, all you had was like up to level, if I remember right, up to level 50 weapons for a short amount of time. It might have been 60. And I remember getting the Zard, the level 40 two-handed warrior weapon, then getting the Cutlass, which was a level 35 warrior weapon, and also level 15. They kind of look the same. It was like a fencing thingy. And there's a lot of variations, right? Like one class can use all these weapons. And I know MapleStory 2 does have class restrictions, like if you're going to be a two-handed warrior, you're kind of a berserker. If you're going to be a knight, you're going to use a sword and shield. And obviously that is obvious, and I'm not saying anything about that. I just think that it would be nice to see like a class somehow be able to use multiple things, like heroes in MapleStory 1 can use one-handed swords and a shield as well as a two-handed sword. And that's really cool. And then I think those pages can use axes and maces, and then what was it? Dragon Knight? Dark Knight? I think Dark Knight's the fourth one. We're able to use spears and polearms. Again, essentially all the same thing. But I just love the variation. I love the design on a lot of the weapons. I can think back on so many cool thief weapons, like Dragon Tail. My god, you guys remember that? Deadly Fin? Does no one remember these weapons? I still remember them. Still like my top 5 favorite weapons. So again, MapleStory 2, keep doing what you're doing. I know you're doing that right. MapleStory 1, even though I don't play you as much, keep doing what you're doing. Number 4, yes, we're on number 4, would be, obviously you guys can tell I'm not scripting this at all, would be I want to see more maps. I would love to see Temple of Time redone. Oh my god, I would kill somebody for that. I love Temple of Time. It is me. It is me favorite map in MapleStory 1. God, I remember when I have a video of it still somewhere, where Temple of Time came out. Beautiful music, beautiful area, neat looking monsters. We all made jokes about how it's like, you have to kill 999 of these, oh god, we're gonna get so bored of this, but no one got bored of it. Everyone enjoyed it because you get the next series of quests and you partied with new people and you kept just going. And it took some time to kill those things back then. Now it's just like, pew, kill, done. So, I would love to see more creative maps. I would love to see technically old but new maps redone, because MapleStory 2 is a prequel, so technically Temple of Time would be an old map, but in MapleStory 1 it's an old map, so technically MapleStory 2 would become a new map. You guys get what I mean. I would like to see those kind of transitions, or iterations of like, this is what Temple of Time was back then, although I really don't see how much would change. And the fifth and final thing that MapleStory 1 did right, but is not really doing right anymore, party quests. I've said this a lot in my past videos, I think recently as well in my worries about MapleStory 2 or something. Party quests. You guys know I'm a very big nostalgic person. I think back to Kerning party quests, Littlebrium party quests. I didn't have a lot of experience with Orbis party quests because by the time it came out I was already like level 50. So I kind of was already on the level 50 now. It's too late to use this content type of boat. It was fantastic to remember and meeting all these people and having the /find track, or joining party I have track, or joining party I have rage, or joining party I have haste. It's a nice thing to look back on, and also kind of feel sorry that it's no longer prevalent in MapleStory, where now it's just grinding by yourself. It's very hard to think of something that you can do at a party that isn't a high-end boss where everyone's gonna need high-end gear, or Root Abyss where I think you need a requirement of one extra person, like you can't solo it even if you wanted to, which I think is kind of stupid. That might have changed, but I don't think it has. I missed the party experience, and this goes for bosses too. Can you think back when Zakum first came out and how everyone had to use mesos to kill the boss? You had to have a shadower in your party. There were websites where there were time slots for your guild to run. There were time slots in an MMO for guilds. Come on guys, that's pretty cool if you think about it. You don't really get that kind of experience anymore in any MMO, I would say generally. It's kind of just like, here's like 500 servers, and you could do the boss in instances, so you don't even need to worry about having to have a schedule, which I kind of miss. Like, I get it, it's kind of not a good system anymore, but it got a lot of variety, and it made me happy back then. God. Good times. I remember my first Zakum helmet. It took me 4 attempts, because I was a free runner, right? My guild got me in for free. I don't know really if I have anything else to say. That was kind of my top 5, and I think it would be nice to see party quest or dungeons in MapleStory 2 have more prevalence in a party system. I think that brings up a lot of good player interaction, even with Final Fantasy XIV, where you're kind of doing just duties dungeons every day to level up. You're still meeting 3 other people in an instance, right? And you always make jokes, you always hang out. They're sometimes gonna be quiet, but you always say, "Hey guys, how's it going?" and you guys talk for a little bit. And it's a nice, even if you guys don't friend each other afterwards, like a nice little like, oh, you know, that was a pleasant run, I'm talking to people. And I kind of really hope MapleStory 2 does that. I'm gonna have one more discussion video, probably sometime later this week. I just want to talk about more of my opinions on MapleStory 2, and some new information I have with Korean MapleStory 2, and what I'm hearing between people murmuring around and those kind of things. So I will have a new video up tomorrow. Just to let you guys know, I will be, I found this little guy, MapleStory trading card game, if you guys remember that stuff. This is pretty old. This is from the NPC Hero set, which is set 4, which is I think the last set they produced. There was the base set, the pet set, something else, and then the NPC one. And I never opened this one, so we'll open it later. Also, if you guys are interested, I do have an HTC Vive, so I might be making VR chat videos or some kind of VR videos just for fun. So if you guys are excited for that, let me know. And thank you guys for watching. Sorry if I murmured around for 12 minutes, it's been kind of a long time. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think MapleStory 2 can learn from MapleStory 1, and I'm not counting pay-to-win elements right now in this video. This is kind of more like what game elements can they include, and let me know if you guys are excited to see the you know, TCG unpacking, and you know, any VR videos, or if you have any suggestions, that would be cool too. So thank you guys for watching, see you guys later, and take care like always. I need some kind of outro slogan, right? Alright, later.